Okay, so we're back with another discussion on the front office department. We now focus on the date when the guests will be arriving in your hotel. So, in this topic, we are going to understand the standards in welcoming, registering, and escorting our guests. So, basically, when we talk about this phase, this is basically the most important physical contact of the guests in our hotel. So before the guests can access their assigned rooms, they will be welcomed by the hotel staff first. This creates the first impression of the hotel for the guest. And this is a make or break opportunity, and an exceptional service on this phase really matters because we always have to put the best staff on the initial phase of physical contact with the guests. Okay? Meaning to say, you have to place the best door greeters, the best door attendants, the best security personnel, and the best bellman. Okay? That is possible for every guest who will be arriving in the hotel. Otherwise, it will create a huge impact on the entire stay of the guest in your hotel. Okay? So these are the standards in welcoming and registering our guests. The first one is to provide a personal greeting. So once the guest arrives at the hotel, basically you welcome them. Okay, so welcome to Waterfront Hotels, ma'am. Welcome to Waterfront Hotels, sir. Or good day, welcome to Waterfront Hotels, ma'am. Diba? So it should be done with a smile, with an authentic smile. Okay, and then it should always be done with enthusiasm. Okay. Second, you have to determine if the guest has a reservation. Okay. So you say, "Good day, welcome to Waterfront Hotels, ma'am. Do you have any reservations?" You have to ask them if they have reservations. Now the guest will confirm if they have reservation. They will say, "Yes, I do. I have a reservation for John Smith." Okay. So sometimes the guest, if the name is not common, they can search it, okay, on the system. But if they're using a common name, such as their last name is Smith or Jones, or here in the Philippines, De La Cruz, or what, there are lots of names who will appear in the system if you search them by last name. So what you're going to do is to confirm to ask for the reservation confirmation number. Okay, so how do you say that? Okay, so again, welcome to Waterfront. Good day, welcome to Waterfront Hotels, ma'am. Do you have any reservations? Then the guest will say, yes, I do have reservation for Smith. All right. Can I have the reservation number, please? So the guest will either present a digital copy on his phone of the reservation's confirmation number, or probably a paper. Okay, so now the guest will just the FO agent will confirm the reservation. Okay, so you have to check it on the system, and then check if there's a reservation already. Now, if it's confirmed, do not mention the rates yet. Okay, especially you have to treat the rates as confidential as possible. Okay, so what are you going to do? So you have to tell them, all right, sir, thank you for that confirmation number. And it says here that you have reserved a room for tonight up until the 22nd of January, and you're reserved under a standard room for two people. Okay? So, ganun lang. Okay? You don't have to say the rates. Okay? Now, after such, you can now do your upselling tactics. So, not just the reservations team who's going to perform the upselling, but also the front office team will also perform upselling to improve the revenue, or to optimize the revenue on the stay of the guest. So, you can tell them that, um, uh, thank you very much for checking in on time, sir. I can still see here in my system that we still have an available room with a view. Would you like to upgrade your room to this specific room with a view, a standard room with a view, with just an additional 500 pesos per night? I think that would be a great add-on for your reservation. So you have to convince them on why they should be booking that. You know what? Our room with the view is overlooking the Manila Bay. Okay, so you have to invite to that. Diba? So if the guest would avail that, and then you just add it on the reservation. If they say no, I'm okay already with the city view, or any other rooms that are available. Then you don't have to push it further. Okay, unless you are being too persuasive. Okay, and then after such, you then have to ask the guests if they are expecting some messages or packages. All right, sir. So, are you expecting any messages or package during your stay? If the guest says no, then that's fine. Okay, you just have to nod. All right, sir. Then, and if the guest says yes, I'm actually expecting someone to call me, you have to take note of that. All right, sir. You have to say, all right, sir. I believe you are expecting a call from one of the managers from this blah 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 blah. Okay, and you write down the details. Right, and then after such, you put that on the monitoring notes. Okay, on the reservation, so that if the guest, if the expected call will happen outside your shift, the other team members of the front desk will be uh, uh, handling the concern. Okay. Six is determine the payment method. Okay. So say for instance, the guest will pay using his credit card, like what I mentioned. No. So you now have to ask here. You have to ask the guest to confirm the payment method that has been used. Sir, it says here that your reservation has been paid via credit card. May I ask for the card that you have used and a proof of identification? So the guest will then provide you the card that he has used for the payment and also the copy of an identification card. No? So probably an ID or a passport. Okay, you just have to verify the authenticity of that. Then afterwards, you provide the guest hotel information or general hotel information. So this is how we do it. So thank you very much, sir, for providing me the card, the cards and your proof of identification. By the way, while you are actually checking them in, you are actually talking to them also. You don't have you actually have to do multitasking for this. Okay, so while you're checking in, you're actually talking to them. By the way, sir, our restaurant is open until 10 p.m. Swimming pools and exercise rooms or our gym are available at 6 p.m. and your buffet breakfast will be served at 6 a.m. the following day. Okay, and then after such, you assess if there are any assistance. Okay, sir. So you just have to ask, sir, do you have any concerns or do you have any questions about your stay? Um, then afterwards, kung wala, no, they will say, no, none. I'm actually ready to see my room. Okay, so what you're going to say is that you now move to step number 9, which is to present the room key. So how do you present the room key? So you basically tell them, all right, sir. So I have already processed the check-in requirements. So here is your room key. The room number is written on the key holder. You need to take the elevator over there to reach the third floor. You don't say, again, take note of this, you don't say the room number out loud because it can be a form of a security risk for your guests. Okay, you don't say, all right, sir, here's your room key. You are at room 312. Okay, what if somebody suspicious would know that room number and basically they will barge in, diba? So it will affect the safety of our guests. Okay, so and lastly, number 10, you have to call for the you have to call bell service assistance. Okay, so you have to ask them, would you like help in getting your luggage to the room? Okay, so if they said yes, then you have to ring the bell so that the bellman will approach you. Okay. Number 11, you provide the parking information. This is especially for the guests with cars and explain the guest room information also. Then after such, on the 12, you follow through a special request. Okay, so you see, for instance, there's special request. I have seen also on the reservation, sir, that you are requesting for a 6 a.m. wake up call tomorrow. Don't you worry, our front desk staff will be uh, calling you, or our telephone operator staff will be calling you at 6 o'clock tomorrow for the wake up call. And then after such, uh, you let the bellman assist the guests and escort them towards the room, and then the FOM will make a follow-up call uh, the check-in process is no longer busy. Okay, so the FOM will just call for confirmation of date. So let's take a quick minute. Thank you very much.